Hi, it's Bruce. It's Saturday, March 20th, 2010. Bill and I got back from a beautiful week in Puerto Vallarta a week and a half ago, and I'm a little tan, but I don't think you can see it in this light. Anyway, I don't have time to talk about Puerto Vallarta because we've seen 3 shows since we've got back, and I want to talk about them. I'll start with what I thought was the best of the 3, and that is Red, a new drama by John Logan, playwright I wasn't familiar with. He's written some plays, but he's a screenplay writer. He wrote Gladiator and Aviator, all the Ator movies, I guess. And stars Alfred Molina, wonderful stage actor, and Eddie Redmayne, who originated this in London. They previously performed this play in London. It's about painter Mark Rothko. And I just want to say that I like art, I'm into modern art, and the first time I saw my first Mark Rothko, I went, I don't like it, I don't get it, it's colors, okay. So I wasn't predisposed to like Mark Rothko, because I've really never, it's just one of those artists who sort of eluded me. I get it, but you know, I don't care for it, so I don't care. Anyway, the play was really great. It's about 100 minutes long, no intermission, and Alfred Molina is brilliant as Mark Rothko. It's a 2-character play about Mark Rothko, very famous modern artist, about the time of Jackson Pollock. In between the Picasso people and the Warhol people were the Pollock-Rothko people. It figures into the play. Play all about art and what art is and what artists do. And Eddie Redmayne plays a young kid that comes to be his assistant, and he's hired. And it's the 100 minutes takes place over the course of their 2 years together. It's dramatic, it's well written, it's very intellectual. Maybe it's not for everybody. I mean, it's one of those plays that they talk and you listen. However, in the midst of this play is a brilliant theatrical moment. This play was directed by Michael Grandage and just directed brilliantly. I love the way they displayed the art and they would change the art. But there's one thing, I don't want to give any spoilers, but there's one thing that the 2 of them do together that has to do with process leading up to creating art that it just brings the house down, I thought. It was spontaneous audience, actor, director bonding. Something really, I just got all crazed after I saw this scene. So go see Red, give it a shot, and it's at the Golden Theater. You won't you don't want to miss Alfred Molina's performance. He could win the Tony. And Eddie Redmayne is a young actor to be reckoned with. Very, very good actor. So nothing but high praise for Red. Both Bill and I walked out of there going, wow. Also, it's been on TDF lately. So you can, if you're a member of TDF, you can get discount seats. I would love this to be a big hit. I think it needs to build audience word of mouth. So I'm trying to spread the word. The other play we saw last weekend was the revival of The Farce by Ken Ludwig, Lend Me a Tenor. Now, it was in early previews, and I usually wouldn't review a preview too much, but Bill and I both had a lot of laughs out of this, and really want to spread the word on this one, too, that it was really funny. I think it probably needs a little bit more, we saw it a week ago, so they've been rehearsing, and I think, you know, a farce has to be really well timed, and they probably can work on it a little bit more. And there's a lot of doors slamming, a couple of the doors like didn't close. So there's like a few technical things that I saw in the preview that I'll totally discount because it was a preview. We did laugh a lot. I forgot how funny this play is. And the cast is exceptional. Justin Bartha, who was in the film The Hangover, and who I've seen in several films, was really great as Max, the lead young guy who's trying to reign over and control the temperamental tenor who's come into town to Cleveland, my hometown. So this is sort of funny. It takes place at the Cleveland Opera. Anthony LaPaglia. Anthony LaPaglia was very good. I think he needs to get a little even more loose on stage. And also wonderful was Tony Shalhoub as sort of the manager of the producer of the opera, who has all his money riding on this one benefit performance. It's fast and furious, and the curtain call is hysterical. So please stay for the curtain call. And also in this show are Mary Catherine Garrison, Jan Maxwell, Jennifer Laura Thompson, and Brooke Adams. I saw Brooke Adams, 30 years ago in Key Exchange, and loved her in Days of Heaven, the film with Richard Gere. Always loved Brooke Adams, and she's still beautiful. She plays Julia, the sort of very rich patron of the Cleveland Opera, and her costume gets a great laugh with a one-liner there. And I really enjoyed Lend Me a Tenor. Had a lot of laughs, and Stanley Tucci has got his act together. I hope that this gets good reviews because it's got a lot of fun and a lot of laughs in it. Okay, and last night, Friday night after work, I went down to the Vintage Theater, which isn't far from where I work, the Vineyard Theater, which isn't far from where I work, off Union Square, and saw the SCOTSBORO Boys, new musical by Candor and Ebb. They've been working on this for a while, I guess, and wish Fred Ebb was alive to see this production. What strikes me most about this production is Susan Stroman. Susan Stroman, her direction, just the opening number, you can just tell she's in total, complete control. The choreography and the direction by Susan Stroman, unparalleled. She takes this material and she works it. Now, the other thing about this is the Candor and Ebb score. There's 3 numbers that I can't wait to hear again. Immediately upon hearing them, I'm like, give me more. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. 4 hays. Go Back Home. Beautiful, beautiful ballad. And Southern Days. Really beautiful score. Now, the SCOTSBORO Boys were falsely accused of raping 2 white women on a train in Alabama, and this story is very sad. They were all jailed and went through about 6 or 7 trials, always found guilty. It doesn't put the South in a good light, and nor should it at this time. And what lifts this depressing subject matter up is that Candor and Ebb and Susan Stroman and the book writer David Thompson have decided to do this as a minstrel show, as the backdrop of a minstrel show. Which is very interesting, because minstrel shows used to be the white man in the blackface, and there were always the interlocutor who would be sort of the MC, and Mr. Bones and Mr. Tambo, and then you would have, that would be 2 lead comedians, and then you'd have them do scenes, and you'd have them do musical numbers, and that's what the minstrel show was. So this is done. The only white actor in the whole thing is John Cullum, who's a grounding, wonderful force. That man still sings. He's a dramatic actor, he's a comic actor, and he's still singing beautifully. He's great in it. Bones and Tambo play lots of different roles, and they are Coleman Domingo and Forrest McClendon. This is a very, very theatrical musical. It takes you from farcy comedy numbers in, what it does is it sort of does what Ebb and Candor and Ebb did best, and that's taking a bleak matter and putting it in a musical format. Cabaret, Chicago, and so this is a little derivative of both of those, the Scottsboro Boys. It quite stands on its own. I do want to just mention, there's 9 Scottsboro Boys, but I just want to mention Brandon Victor Dixon is Hayward Patterson, the lead Scottsboro Boy. I couldn't take my eyes off of him. So this is down at the Vineyard. It's been extended. I think it's sold out. I don't know if it'll move to Broadway or not. That's up to the producers and whoever wants to put the money in. It's a heavy subject matter, a great production. Anything can work, and I wish it well. Get yourself down to see the Scottsboro Boys if you can grab a ticket.